Kemi, is there hot yam in your mouth? Look at your brother. Why are you always behaving like a stranger in your own house? See how he greets properly and how bubbly and lively he is.
To Funke, these were just words. But words are like seeds. She loved her children enough to die for them. But she didn't love them enough to let them be different. And in a house where love is measured by performance, the prison isn't made of bars. It's made of expectations. This is the story of how a mother's best intentions can become a child's greatest trauma. Funke had 2 children, Tunde and Kemi. Tunde was the standard. He walked early. By 10 months, he was already wobbling around the sitting room, bumping into chairs, full of life and energy. But Kemi, she took her time. At 15 months, she was still crawling, quite content on the rug. Funke would laugh and tell visitors,
Kemi is still not walking, Tunde was already running at this age.
She actually meant no harm. She was just talking. But quietly, invincibly, she was planting one toxic thought in Kemi's heart. I am not enough. And so it continued. Every other day, the measuring tape grew longer. Whenever Tunde got an A, it went straight on the fridge. But when Kemi got a B, all she got was,
well done, but your brother never got less than an A. Go and let him teach you.
Funke thought she was motivating them. She believed that pressure would produce excellence. But children, they hear more than words. They hear tone, they hear comparison, they hear meaning. And so, the stage was set. Tunde learned to perform, and he performed quite well. While Kemi learned the disappearing act, she discovered that it felt safer to be invincible than to be compared and found wanting. 20 years later, the damage was done. Tunde became a successful banker, but he was a slave to perfection. He could not rest because he believed that love, even God's love, had to be earned. And Kemi, she left home as soon as she could. She rarely called. She drifted through life, believing she did not really belong. She felt like she was a mistake. One day, Funke asked gently on the phone,
Kemi, why don't you come around again? Don't you miss us?
Kemi just said,
I don't know, Mommy. I just felt you didn't really need me. Tunde has always been the one.
That night, something broke open in Funke's heart. She had never meant to wound either of them. She only wanted them to do well. But without realizing it, she gave them a measuring tape instead of a mirror. After deep soul searching and prayer, she called each child and apologized.
Parents, comparison suggests that God made a mistake when he designed one of your children differently from the others. Psalm 139 says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. God does not mass produce children. He handcrafts them. Tunde was a sword, sharp and fast. Kemi was a shield, steady and durable. You cannot use a shield to cut. And you cannot use a sword to cover. So don't expect Kemi to produce Tunde's results. Teach your children that their identity is in Christ. Find the one trait that makes each child different and validate it as a gift from God. Tell him or her, I love how quiet and observant you are. You see things others miss. That is a gift of discernment. Do not let another day go by where a casual word kills a child's spirit. And do not forget to subscribe for more content on building a godly, emotionally healthy family. Stay blessed.